say nothing, then God don't know you need nothing. But for the few people that don't mind shouting, Lord, I need thee every hour. I need, oh, bless me now. My grandmother used to say it best. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. Lord, if you got your Bible, go with me to the book of Genesis chapter 37. Genesis chapter 37. And when you got it in your hand, just shout real loud, I got it. Got it. If you got it, go ahead and take a stand. And everybody's standing in reference to the word of God. Y'all, I promise y'all, I'm about to preach this thing and we're going to roll up here. It's real simple. The text says, Genesis chapter 37, jump to verse number 27. And it reads, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites and not harm him. After all, he is our brother. And the others agreed. When the Midianite merchants came by, Joseph's brothers took him out of the well. And for 20 pieces of silver, they sold him to the Ishmaelites, who took him to Egypt. If you don't mind, jump ahead to me to chapter number 41, chapter 41, we're still in the same text, Genesis chapter 41, and then it says verse number 37. Y'all be still, please. I promise you, because I'm about to lead you when I shout this text. Here it is, verse number 37 says, the king and his officials liked his plan. So the king said to them, watch this, who could possibly handle this better than Joseph? After all, the Spirit of God is with him. The king told Joseph, God is the one who has shown you these things. No one else is wise as you are or knows as much as you do. For he says, I'm putting you in charge of my palace, and everybody will have to obey you. No one will be over you except me. You are now governor of all Egypt. Lastly, then the king took his royal ring and put it on Joseph's finger. He gave him fine clothes to wear and placed gold chain around his neck. He also let him ride in the chariot next to his own, and people shouted, make way for Joseph. So Joseph was governor of Egypt. Real quickly, I need y'all to look to your neighbors and shout real loud. Say, neighbor. 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 Today's topic is I'll take my chances without you. That neighbor didn't even hear what you just said. I need you to look to somebody else and just shout, neighbor. Neighbor. Today's topic is I'll take my chances without you. Y'all, please sit down all over this place. I'm going to preach this thing and we're about to get out of here. If you actually paid attention to all of the Facebook updates and everything, today kicks off our sermon series entitled Downsizing. Downsizing. I want y'all to shout at me as loud as you can. Downsizing. I'm about to help somebody understand some stuff when I break this thing down. Here it is. Have you ever found yourself in a position where you had more, watch this, things in your house that was able to fit in there? I'm about to help somebody in it. Have you ever found yourself walking into your garage and you start to look at stuff and you wonder, what am I going to do with all of this excess stuff? Why is all of this stuff even here anyway? I'm about to really help somebody in this place, because when you actually begin to look at the Bible, you realize something about Joseph. Somebody shout downsizing. What people didn't understand was, watch this, I don't need 12 people to get to God. I just need one that really want it. And sometimes the enemy has to put you in a position where it's only one of you left. The enemy has to put you in a position where there's only one of you left. Pastor, what are you telling us this? Watch this. A lot of y'all circles are too big, and you're wondering why everybody else is getting the blessings and you stand and watching. It ain't that you doing something wrong. It's not that people looking at you differently. It's not people don't have the same favor or the same faith that you have. The problem is there's too many people in your circle that really don't celebrate you. Y'all, I promise y'all, I'm going to find me a microphone that work in a couple of minutes. The problem is, watch this, the people that's in your circle are not around you to celebrate you. Watch this, they come around because they know you got oil. They come around because they know you're anointed. They come around because they know you got financial. Watch this, I'm about to mess some relationships up today. They come around you because they know you got more than they have. And the next thing you know, they only want to be with you because what you can bring to them. I'm about to help somebody. Because in this season of your life, if you don't learn how to get rid of those unnecessary baggages, you're going to forever be holding on to things that are not destined to go with you. I want to help somebody, because the first point I'm going to make, watch this, it says it ain't nothing to cut that person off. I'm about to help y'all in here. Y'all act like y'all been saved all y'all life. I done heard every song that's out there on the radio. It ain't nothing to cut it off. I ain't got time to keep hanging around people that don't mean me no good. I ain't got time to keep hanging around folk that's only celebrating me when I'm pulling them with me. I ain't got time. I don't know who I'm preaching to. The only one standing firm while everybody off, and I'm wondering why everybody, I gotta drag you with me. I gotta ask you if you're ready for me. I gotta ask you if you're ready to go with me. I need people that think like me. I need people that think like me. So what happened is, watch this, Genesis 37. What happened was, watch this, when Joseph got to his brothers, and they saw him, they already knew he was coming for him. They said, we got to get rid of him. Watch this, because he ain't meant to be with us. Y'all know about to blow your mind. He ain't meant to be a criminal.
Come on.
He ain't meant to be a killer. He ain't meant to be a thief. He ain't meant to be a thug. He can't roll with us because he don't think like us. And it's something how your own DNA thinks that you don't deserve to be around them, because watch this, because they know that there's greater in you. He already started prophesying that he was going to rule over us. He already said that he was better than us. Watch this, I ain't got time to even take no chances keeping him in my circle. With that being said, I'm going to make sure his vision never comes to pass. Here's what I like the most. Watch this. Somebody shout uneducated. Uneducated. They wasn't smart enough to understand who they were selling Joseph to. The Bible, what I like about the Bible, watch this. The Bible said something. It says, study to show thyself approved. Well, obviously, Reuben or his brothers had enough sense, didn't have enough sense to do their research. Because watch this, if they would have learned something about the text, if you were to go back and read the book of Genesis, break it down from chapter number 36 and flood all the way up to 41, you would learn something real quickly. That everything about Canaan, watch this, and everything about Pharaoh was already mentioned. Watch this. I'm about to help you. Break it down for me, Pastor. Watch this. You sold Joseph to somebody that already had dreams. Pharaoh was already a dreamer. You actually go back to the watch this. And sometimes in your downsizing, you got to connect with the folk that know how to dream. And if you don't connect with the people that don't know how to, you got to connect with people that know how to dream. Because you got to be the person that interprets what they say. Watch this. Somebody says, pieces of the puzzle. Pieces of the puzzle. I'm telling you, one thing I like about Empowerment Worship Center, once we got all the pieces of the puzzle, everything had no other choice but to start working itself out. Here it is, because here it is. Joseph was sold to a dreamer. Yeah. While Joseph was a dreamer. Pastor Willie, they can hear me. Joseph was sold to a dreamer. And he was a dreamer. Watch this, y'all. And he was a dream interpreter.
Yes, he was.
He understood the assignment. Because what I liked about Joseph was, watch this, when they sold him, he ain't put no hands on him. He ain't try to fight him. I'm about to mess it up right there. He didn't even try to kill him. He went with them quietly. Y'all, I don't think people understand how important it is to learn how to just shut up. I don't think people understand how important it is for you to move silently. Because watch this, I'm about to help y'all understand what like brothers thought they was doing was, watch this, misdirecting Joseph's dream. So what I'm doing is I'm going to allow you to be sold to somebody that we know does not care for you. I'm going to disrupt your dream and make sure your dream never comes to pass. Watch this. I don't know if y'all actually paid attention to this, but watch this. When Joseph was sold by his brothers for 20 pieces of silver, Joseph should have lost his mind when he realized they only thought of him that he, my God, that he was only worth the dirt on the ground. If you know anything about silver, it don't cost that much with 20 pieces of silver. Back then, 20 pieces of silver wasn't even $20. I want you to understand something, because it wasn't even that mean Joseph to them was worth nothing. They gave him away for free. But little did they know that they thought they was getting ready to downsize Joseph's dream. It was only a setup for them to come back to him later.
Come on.
I'm in the Bible. I'm about to help you. The second point, watch this, that I'm getting ready to make. Y'all make sure you're taking notes if you're writing it down. If you're writing it on Facebook, the next note, watch this, the next point is, you can't defy purpose.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody shout, you can't defy purpose. I want you to understand something. I ain't got time to argue with nobody else about my destiny. I don't have time to argue with nobody else about what God told me I was supposed to be. I don't have time to argue with nobody that's sitting around trying to talk behind my back and that's sitting around trying to tell me what God ain't going to do, or what God did not manifest for them, or what God is not going to shower down over my life. Look, I know that God probably didn't do it for you in the time that you expected him to. But don't get mad at me because he didn't move like that. Sometimes you got to understand that when I move, you move just like that. You won't even understand why God ain't doing it for you. The purpose I am on, the reason why God didn't do it is because I never moved. It shows that the enemy may try to sell you out. But only God, watch this, can take a sellout and turn it into an upset. You thought you had, you thought you had an opportunity to break me. You thought you had an opportunity to destroy my future. You thought you had an opportunity to see me dead. You thought that you was about to put me in my own grave. But little did know that God was only putting me in a position that will allow me to help you later. I'm about to help somebody in this place because watch this. Some of y'all don't know how to deal with your enemies, but I'm about to give you a quick 30-second why, my shit. I'm about to give you a 30-second word on how to deal with your enemies. How do you deal with people that can't stand you? How do you deal with people that don't like you? How do you deal with people that spit on your name? How do you deal with people that speak against your future? How do you deal with people that's praying that you fail? How do you deal with people that's praying for your family to fail? How do you deal with people that's hoping that your finances never get together? How do you deal with people that hope your purpose never succeeds? How do you deal with people that asking God to make sure you become the tail and not the head? How do you deal with those people? I'm glad you asked. You deal with those people by shutting your mouth and moving forward. You deal with them by shutting your mouth and moving forward. Here it is. The enemy is waiting for a response. Y'all gonna catch this when you go to bed tonight. The enemy is waiting for a response. And he's hoping that you respond in anger so he can delay your future. I'm about to help somebody in here. He's praying that you respond with an upset so he can destroy your future. Who am I talking to in here? That no, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Don't put me in a position where I gotta lose my mind and I won't lose it. Don't put me in a position where I gotta say something to you and I won't say it. Don't put me in a position where I gotta act crazy and I won't act crazy. But I dare some people in this place to understand when you open up your mouth and begin to give God praise for whatever it is that's trying to disrupt your future. You will learn something real good. You'll learn that when I got quiet, God opened up hell for my enemies. When I got quiet, when I shut up and didn't talk to nobody, God began to open up hell for their judgment. I don't hear your but somebody in this place better understand something. It's victory in silence. Because sometimes I ain't gotta say no. You thought that you would put me in a position and selling me out, but you were really setting me up. And I'm about to tell you how he set me up, because when you sold me to a dreamer, I had no choice because I'm the only person God anointed to interpret. I'm about to help you understand something. When you sold me to a dreamer, I had no choice but to take the wheel, because watch this. One thing about the Bible, it said 100 times that and God was with him. I want you to understand something, that when you're going through things in your life, as long as God is with you, you don't even have to worry about how the outcome is going to be. If it looks like the story is getting ready to take a turn for the worse, you don't have to keep looking at what somebody is getting ready to say. As long as God is with you, you don't have to worry about everybody that's trying to stab you in the back. Why? Because God is omniscient. He's in the front, he's in the back, he's on the side, he's in the sky. No matter what it is the enemy tries to do or speak on your life, all you gotta do is long as God is with me. I'm about to help you. I'm about to help you. Because watch this. It says 41:37. It says the king and his officials. Watch this. The last point, y'all shout it real loud. Say the last point. Is I'm going to leave that door open. They say, Pastor, he ain't no preacher. That man no preacher. He know all these songs. Yeah, he do. I know them all. Here it is. I'm going to leave that door open.
That's why you gotta work that.
I'm going to leave that door open. Pastor, can you make it make sense? Because what happened this. Once the brothers sold their brother into captivity, watch this, they did not understand that they was only selling him, watch this, into their blessing. I'm about to mess you up. Because watch this, Joseph had to be sold so his brothers could be blessed. It was not a coincidence that his brothers had a problem with him. The reason they had a problem is because they knew there was greater than on the inside of him. And if he unlocked his full potential, he just might be who he dreamed about. If he unlocked his full potential, he just might turn into somebody we just don't know. If he ever unlocked his full potential, yeah, he gonna be a millionaire, yes. He gonna have all the jewelry, yes. He gonna be blessed, yes. He gonna have the nice house, yes. He gonna, if he unlocks his full potential. I'm gonna leave the door open. And then I'm about to help y'all because it's what I like about the text. I feel like preaching in this place. Because when you actually begin to break down the text, you learn something that's real good. It says, I'm going to give you the keys to my palace. And once I give you the keys to my palace, I want you to understand something about driving the boat. Everybody has no choice but to listen to you. Your brothers try to silence your voice. God, I'm about to preach. But I'm ready to give you a voice that everybody has no choice but to hear. I don't think y'all came here to have church with me. So I guess I'm going to preach this thing by myself. Because when you actually look at what happened to Joseph, it was only meant to silence his voice. It was meant to silence his purpose. It was meant to silence his destiny. But the problem that they did not know that they would run into, that when they tried to silence his purpose, God was going to give him keys when everybody had to hear him. They thought that they were going to shut his mouth. But little did they know that they were only giving God access to use Joseph on a whole other platform. And there's somebody that shout, I got access. Because I want you to understand something. There are people that you thought were your friends. The people that you thought were your family. The people that you said they'll never leave you. The people said they're going to keep the ring on your finger. The people that said they were going to keep the rope keeping us connected. The people that said I'm going to make sure you live and not die. The problem I have with those people is that a lot of those people are temporary creatures. Because if you ain't got no real brothers and sisters that really mean everything they say, if you just got a bunch of friends that's riding around trying to get what belongs to you. But there's somebody in this place to just shout that, Lord, I'm leaving the door open. Pastor, why you don't leave the door open? I'm not leaving it open for them to come back to see me. I'm not leaving it open for them to get back with me. I'm not leaving it open for us to get back together. I'm not leaving it open for them to watch nothing happen. But the reason I'm leaving it open is because I need them to be able to look through that open door and see what God has done for me. I left the door open. Now that you thought you ran out of me. Now that you thought that you destroyed me. Now that you thought that you had me back. Little did you know that I left the door open just for you to see me shine. It wasn't meant for me to die like this. It wasn't meant for me to end like this. But I want somebody in this place. I said, I want somebody in this place. Lord, we can take you right from where you are and give you access to plenty. Because a lot of people don't even understand where you're going. A lot of people don't even understand what they set you up for. Because what they thought they were
setting you up for it. They thought you would kill you in the wilderness. They thought that you would die in the likeness. They thought that you were going to die locked in prison. They thought you was going to die going to hell. They thought you were going to lock the Messiah. They thought you were going to die in whoredom. They thought you were going to die a cheater. They thought you were going to die a liar. They thought you was going to die a Messiah. They thought you were going to die a thief. They thought you were going to die a murderer. I don't wish no bad on my enemies. I ask God to bless them right where they are. I ain't wishing no harm on them. Thank God you left me. Thank God you left me. Because either way it goes, I'm getting ready to downsize anyway. I ain't have no more room for you. I ain't have no more space for you. You probably was the one that was holding me back. But now that I'm getting ready to get people out of my life, I dare somebody to grab their neighbor. Grab the neighbor. Grab the neighbor by the hand and just rock them and shake them. And just shake them and rock them. And say, Lord, I know you will. Say, Lord, I know you will. You'll make a way out of nowhere. You'll open up doors for me. You'll close doors for me. You'll give me a chance to win. You'll give me access to victory. You'll give me access to future. You'll give me access to greater. You'll give me access to my promise. You'll give me access to my destiny. You'll give me access to hope. You'll give me access to run. You'll give me access to fight. You'll give me access to win. I refuse to go out like that. No, they slay me. Yet will I trust them. No, they slay me. Yet will I trust them. Somebody shall trust him. Somebody shall trust him. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. My grandma used to say it until I'm going to trust in the Lord until I die. If you only knew what the hell I went through, and you thought you had me at a point of my breaking, you thought you had me at a point where I gave up. Want you to know, want you to know that everything that was meant to destroy me, God said I took it and I destroyed the evil that was spoken over your life. God said I took it and I destroyed the evil that was trying to kill you. God said I took it and I know you didn't want the divorce, but it wasn't meant for you anyway. I know you didn't want the relationship, but it wasn't meant for you anyway. I have been through some things that the devil thought he was going to kill me. But I dare somebody. I said I dare somebody. I said I dare somebody. I said I am a survivor. 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 Yeah. I will survive. Somebody. I said I dare somebody. I find your neighbor and say neighbor. Say neighbor. Say neighbor. Neighbor. I will survive. You know I was going out like that. I will survive. I was better off without you. I will survive. You wouldn't even get to be with me. I will survive. You don't think that's been holding me steady. I will survive. You're the reason I wouldn't get to her. I will survive. I will. I will. I will. I will. Yeah. Yeah. I will survive. I dare somebody to shout, I will survive.
If you've enjoyed this message and would like to sow a seed, please do so via Cash App at Empowerment WCD or PayPal at paypal.me/EWCD. here are a few upcoming announcements. I pray this message bless your life. See you next week.